let's just break up this claims of horridness with a little levity, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a moment just to laugh.
This is its own form of horridness.
A classical liberal is someone who, well, I mean, let me rephrase this. Dave Rubin would have you believe that a classical liberal, and I think to a certain extent there's some truth to this, is someone who is open to all sides and is wants there to be sort of a liberalization, if you will, of the political and societal discourse, right? That's what I think Dave Rubin would have us believe a classical liberal is. There's some other elements too that, but for the sake of just talking about Dave Rubin, I think that's what he means. That's why free speech is such an important issue for him, even if he disagrees with it. It is an open door on either side. And that's why, not being on teams is so important. Shouldn't be, putting labels, well, not labels, but teams, not good. You don't want to be too much associated with anything. So someone tweeted, Dave Rubin, I don't know who he's referring to, but apparently he thinks that the term reactionary right is a new term in political discourse. I suppose if one has not been reading much, one might believe that. I don't know. It's something I've heard for decades now.
As I always say with Dave Rubin, I believe that Dave Rubin believes that that's new.
Right. And he says, I quite like their new term, reactionary right. Remember now, he is a classical liberal. It's a signal that calling everyone far right and alt-right doesn't work anymore. I will tell you that I don't know between far right and reactionary right, which is an older term. My guess is reactionary right probably is an older term. It is certainly a decades older term than alt-right.
Yeah, I'd say reactionary right and far right are synonyms.
Well, perhaps, but I'm saying in terms of like how old the term is colloquially used, because that's what he's saying. His argument is like this reactionary right is a new term because they can't get away with calling everyone far right and alt right. It doesn't work anymore because it doesn't have any salience in the narrow confines of Dave's mind or social circle. Plus, being reactionary is good. When you see something wrong, you take it upon yourself to do something about it. I'm reactionary about freedom. So Dave has no idea that there exists a term, reactionary right. He does not know that it is someone who describes someone who is almost exactly the opposite of the way that he refers to himself as. There is probably no greater opposite to a classical liberal than a reactionary. Someone who is against any type of social or political, maybe even cultural liberalization.
Yeah, but you're jealous and not interested in ideas.
If you just heard the phrase, I'm reactionary about freedom, if somebody told you that, where would you peg their ideological allegiances?
As being a measured proponent of an open society. Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to.
I think what you're hinting
Nazi.
at might be fascist,
Yes.
which I agree, but that would still be assigning a level of competence to these people that just doesn't, in his case, just doesn't exist. He's very good at doing these meandering.
But he's thinking of the word reactive.
Yeah, I know. But he's not intelligent.
When he sees freedom, he acts definitively to get rid of it.
Now,
so that makes me think.
What's hilarious about that is that his followers also don't seem to get it because he wasn't ratioed at all in that. He had 4,000 likes, 478 retweets, and about 150 replies. And then what did he do? He deleted the...
He deleted it, and he doesn't appear to have addressed why. I'm looking through his Twitter right now.
Maybe we should help him out.
Yeah,
his boyfriend,
we should tweet
or his husband.
The
probably told him.
OED entry at him.
I would be willing to
If
bet
you
you $1
listen
million.
to-
His husband did not tell him that it was like somebody else, like Ben Shapiro was like.
Well, it could be, but Anna gave me in Anna's scoop. It sounds like he gets some guidance, but whatever, from many different.
Oh,
sources.
that's good. Well,
Many
he's producer. Okay,
Yeah,
fair
producer.
enough.
Do you remember this, though?
Bad move for conservatives to be circling the wagons around Bill Maher right now. He's the last mainstream liberal who calls out his own side and defends free speech. Take him out and it all gets worse, including for you. So,
What?
and then he writes after that, couple of folks correctly saying my wagons analogy isn't quite right here. In fact, it's like 180 degrees wrong. Should be more like sharks sensing blood.
God.
Even
He's
that's
so
kind
dumb.
of that's iffy.
Yeah.
If you said it would be like, but no, because sharks.
Conservatives shouldn't be sending or sensing blood in the waters.
Or,
Yeah, right. There you
no,
go.
or
Right, 'cause that would
conservatives shouldn't be circling the sharks if they controlled sharks through like some type of mind meld. But there it is. That is your Dave Rubin not so bright moment. Boop 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 boop.
How is he so dumb? And he makes so
we
much
don't
money.
say that.
I hate it.
That's
I hate
rude.
It. Is that ableist?
That's rude. That's rude.
Right.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't
Wait
be
a second.
ableist to
Why
Dave
is it?
Rubin.
Am I the only one whose freedom of speech is oppressed
When
around
you-
here
no,
by
I said
talking
you
about?
can't say it.
All right.
Jamie,
fair
when you
enough.
express, when you freely exchange that idea, it shuts down the free expression of ideas for all of us.
Right.
Totally.
Exactly.